Hey everyone, this is the third group panel of LoveCon Sunday, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, because that could really use your help. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. You know what to do. Thank you.
My favorite thing about these conventions is just the opportunity to hear what our work means to you and to actually learn a little bit more about you, because I always say this, but it's one thing to see followers online, accounts online, but it's a totally different experience to be able to put faces to usernames, and you know, it can be a really tough industry, and I've had dark days like any other human being, so it's really nice to do these as a reminder of like why I do what I do, and yeah, so thank you so much. That was my favorite part of this weekend. Woo!
Honestly, it's just like an absolute privilege to be able to meet each and every one of you. So thank you for coming here and letting me say hi to you.
We love you, Kaitlyn.
Love you too. Yeah, you're all awesome, and I'm really glad I got to meet you.
It's also nice to have a full cap.
It's also very lovely to have the gang back together again.
Woo!
OG4. That's what they call it. Do they? That's what they call it.
The original grandparents.
The original grandparents. But yes, to echo everything that you guys have said, just being able to see so many familiar faces and meet new people as well, and catch up on all the exciting things that you guys are doing, and I don't know, hear about string theory, parallel universe, like your physicists and scientists and artists and creators, and there's so many exciting people that I don't get to meet in my little bubble of an acting world in Toronto. It's very exciting. So thanks.
Yes, I think everyone else has articulated it very well, but just to add, you know, you are the reason that this show and our work lives, and so really just to get to put hearts and faces behind the machine that, you know, has allowed us to continue to do our jobs is truly a privilege, and it's really exciting. So thank you.
Ce qu'elles ont préféré dans la convention, c'est vous rencontrer, pouvoir partager des moments avec vous, partager vos histoires, savoir ce que vous devenez, ce que vous faites, vraiment partager tous ces moments avec vous, et c'est vraiment pour toutes, c'est vraiment un honneur, un privilège de vous rencontrer et de passer ces moments avec vous. C'est génial de pouvoir vous rencontrer alors qu'en général ça passe par les réseaux sociaux et tout ça, et là elles peuvent enfin vous voir, donc elles sont vraiment très contentes, et c'est surtout parce que c'est grâce aux fans que la série a pu exister aussi longtemps, donc voilà, c'est surtout un honneur et je suis très ravie d'avoir rencontré tous vous rencontrer.
Hi, if you want to cover the newspaper, what would it be for? And the office at MX Spectrum, what would you be arrested for?
Be arrested.
She asked it.
If I was on the cover of a newspaper, what would it be for?
Yes.
Like the same thing I was arrested for, probably.
Oh.
Public indecency.
Probably.
I feel like my newspaper would be like something like, local person gets lost in a cactus shop for 12 hours, being rescued with life
life-saving things. I don't know, something like that. I'd probably be arrested for just like something. I don't know. I've never been arrested. I don't plan on being arrested, so there we go. Mine would maybe be like, woman disappears and leaves a mystery behind for her grandkids. So you're like maybe in this? Maybe, right? Yeah. I don't know. I've always had this dream of, like doing an elaborate treasure hunt, but like for me.
Future birthdays.
Noted.
I don't know. Honestly, not to brag, but I feel like I'm far too sneaky to ever actually get arrested.
La question était si elle devait faire la une du journal ou si elle s'était arrêtée, ce serait pourquoi. Elle pense que pour Natasha, ce serait pour comportement indécent en public. Kaitlyn, ce serait une histoire, genre, elle s'est perdue dans un magasin ou je sais pas quoi, enfin n'importe quoi, mais comme elle s'est jamais fait arrêter, pas vraiment d'idée. Elise, ce serait une femme disparaît et laisse derrière elle un mystère à résoudre pour ses petits-enfants, quelque chose comme ça. Parce qu'en fait, elle a très envie de créer une chasse au trésor, mais pour elle, en fait. Donc, elle trouve que ce serait une bonne idée. Et Annie, elle pense qu'en fait, elle serait un peu trop maligne pour se faire arrêter, donc ça ne marcherait pas. Est-ce qu'on a une autre question?
C'est une question pour Natasha. Dans leur film, Nostalgie, je voulais savoir si elle aurait pu faire une fin différente pour le physique aussi.
This is a question for Elise and Natasha. In your movie Almost Adults, would you have liked like another ending for your characters? Or not?
I feel like it was rewritten like 4 times, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I really liked the ending with the dolls. That was really sweet. Oh, wait. I know what the audience wants to hear. Cassie realizes that she was gay all along and that her lovers. And they lived happily ever after. Nailed it.
En fait, Natasha a donné la réponse qu'elle pense que tout le monde attend, c'est-à-dire qu'en fait, Cassie se rend compte qu'elle est gay et les deux finissent ensemble et vivent heureux pour toujours. Est-ce qu'on a encore quelque part une question éventuellement? Quelque part? Quelqu'un? Oui.
Hi, the two of you already heard that question, but what is the one fact that astonished you the most, that blew your mind? The one piece of knowledge you just acquired that blew your mind? The question I asked in the meet and greet.
What is like the one thing that you just discovered and that completely blew your mind? Like a fact, a random fact, or like something that you learned that just completely, surprised you?
I mean, it's not a fact, but I learned that the cat can say hello sometimes. Like, she'll go like, hello? And I'm like, what? Is that a thing? Yeah, it's really scary. I know. Sorry about that.
To be honest, I mean, that's a great question. Unfortunately, I feel like the top 10 things that just came into my mind are like really depressing facts about sort of like the global trajectory of the human race. And I'm not actually sure that I, want to end this very fun weekend on that note. So take it away, Natasha.
Classic Annie answer. The state of the planet. Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, well, we talked about this in the meet and greet, but Elise was making fun of how I'm a wealth of useless knowledge. but a great person to have on a trivia team. Excellent at pub trivia. Just know a bunch of things that no one needs to know ever. But I recently found out what my last name means. It's not that interesting, but I realize you might find it interesting since you all seem to enjoy me. It's so weird. This is weird. Negovan is the Albanian word for Flampuro, which is a Greek village that some of my ancestors are from, and Liz is a Turkish suffix meaning of a place. So I am Natasha of Negovan, I guess, and that Negovan comes from Coldwater, because there was a river in the town. And it's a Greek last name. And that's that.
I learned that they put Nutella in tiramisu in France.
No.
Well, they did at the tiramisu place that I went to last night.
Alors, la question était de savoir si vous avez découvert quelque chose récemment qui avait complètement étonné, complètement stupéfaite. Kaitlyn, c'est plus sur un point de vue personnel, parce qu'elle s'est rendu compte que son chat arrivait presque à dire bonjour en anglais. Et c'est bizarre. Annie, elle, c'est des faits plutôt déprimants qu'elle a en tête. Donc, comme elle préfère éviter de plomber sa super week-end, elle a décidé de pas en parler. Natasha, elle connaît beaucoup de choses qui. Elle a une bonne culture générale, mais sur des choses qui ne servent pas forcément à grand-chose de savoir. Donc elle est plutôt douée sur les quiz de culture générale. Et elle a aussi appris l'origine de son nom de famille. Une partie de son nom de famille est la traduction grecque du village duquel elle vient, et la fin de son nom de famille vient du turc qui veut dire deux. Donc en fait son nom c'est Natasha 2 plus le village en grec d'où elle vient. Et Elise, elle a découvert qu'on mettait du Nutella dans le tiramisu en France. Je sais pas où elle était, parce que c'est pas quand même pas très courant, mais apparemment ça se fait. Voilà. On a encore une question, oui.
This is a basic question regarding Perry and La Fontaine, but I always wanted to have your opinion on it, like all of your opinion on it. How would you define their relationship? It's a basic question, but I was always asking myself, because I feel like they're a really close friend, but I don't know if it's like platonic love or if there's something. I never really knew, so I really wanted to have all of your opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure that we ever knew, to be honest. Yeah, I think one of the sort of, we've spoken about this, so a couple people will hear us repeat, but it's a great question. But I think one of the interesting things about the relationship is that it is very ambiguous in nature, and well, you know, if there were ever a continuation of that story or friendship, if it was revealed that there was something romantic in nature, personally, that would make sense to me. But also on the flip side, I think there's space and a need in our industry for exploring relationships that are intimate but platonic, where there are people who identify as asexual and exploring that kind of thing as well. So I think it could be one of many things.
I'm just going to jump in and say I'm still the biggest captain of the ship and ferry, and that will never change. So there you go. Thank you.
La question c'est de savoir comment elle pensait que la relation entre La Fontaine et Perry, comment elle définirait la relation entre La Fontaine et Perry. Annie n'est même pas sûre qu'elle-même le sache, et que ce qu'elle trouve intéressant, c'est que le fait que ce soit assez ambigu, mais que si on découvrait qu'il y avait quelque chose de romantique entre les deux, et ben en fait ce ne serait pas vraiment un problème, mais que dans cette industrie on a plus besoin de relations qui sont proches mais en même temps platoniques, ou d'avoir des personnages asexuels, on a plus besoin de ça. Et Kaitlyn est toujours à fond sur ces deux personnages.
If you'd like to know, she's asking if she can borrow my shoes and if we're the same size. Sorry, we weren't trying to be rude.
Est-ce qu'on va peut-être encore le temps pour discuter?
Je la pose en français, donc c'est pour vous quatre. La question c'est quel est le rôle que vous auriez le plus voulu jouer dans une série ou dans un film? Quel rôle?
Forcément un héros? Juste un personnage? Is there any other character that you would have liked to play in any TV show?
Oh my gosh, it's so open! I think, oh, now I'm blanking on the name of it. Atypical. The sister. Yes, on Atypical. I'd like to play a role like that. You would kill it as a role like that. It's so good.
I have like a really weird one, but Arizona from Grey's Anatomy.
Tried to play that. It would be fun. Totally against my pitch, but great.
So many. There are so many. But the first one that comes to mind is I just watched Killing Eve. And I'd like to play something that villain. Ballpark. That would be a lot of fun.
I always find these questions so interesting because I want it all, and it's so hard to choose. It's like, you know, asking a asking a pansexual to choose. It's weird. Gosh, there are so many. I think I'd love to play a role that was, if it was a role that already exists and has already happened, maybe one that was written for like a straight dude, like a straight white dude. I think it'd be really interesting to like Dexter. Like I could be Dexter. I don't know. I think it'd be neat to like do a role reversal situation.
Donc pour Elise, ce serait le rôle de la sœur dans la série Atypical. Pour Kaitlyn, ce serait bizarrement le rôle d'Arizona dans Grey's Anatomy. Pour Alice, ce serait jouer quelqu'un, un rôle un peu du côté un peu méchant comme dans Killing Eve. Et pour Natasha, c'est assez dur de choisir. Elle-même dit demander à une pansexuelle de choisir, c'est assez compliqué. Mais par exemple, prendre un personnage masculin et hétéro comme Dexter et changer le sexe de la personne, ça pourrait être assez intéressant. Encore une question?
Yeah, the thing is, I would love to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this weekend an unforgettable weekend. And while I'm at it, I would also love to thank all the staff and volunteers for making this happen. And I'm wondering, what will you bring with you from this weekend?
Oh gosh. Well, we all snuck a bunch of snacks from the green room into our bags, so we'll be bringing those.
My heart is so inclined to say something much like what I said at the beginning of this panel. Just the ability to put faces to Twitter handles and to actually know a little bit more about your stories and why it's important what we do. But my sense of humor is inclined to just say diarrhea, so. I always love, something that always gets me is seeing people who have made friends through conventions and seeing, I know that there's a friend group that has returned. Woohoo! Like, yes! Because I think in a world that is so often trying to separate everyone, seeing conventions like this be able to unite people together really warms the old hearts. So that's lovely, and so I hope that a lot of you were able to make some connections this weekend and really feel at home this weekend, and
I don't take for granted being able to be in a queer space where you're surrounded by family. So I hope that you all were able to take something away from that.
As this was my first convention, I think the feeling of absolute warmth and acceptance and joy that each single one of them brought to me today, I will keep with me for the rest of my life. Oh, thank you very much.
We love you. We love you.
Donc la question était de savoir.
Sorry. Well, no, just building off of what was already spoken about because I truly connected with all of that as well. It's this.
Including the diarrhea.
I forgot about the diarrhea. No, the opposite for me. Oh yeah, we're doing well up here. No, it really is. Again, it's the chance to meet you all, and again, I haven't done many of these, but to see some of you again and re-meet you, it really is. It just sort of reaffirms for me the power of this kind of material and work, and the fact that digital content can reach globally. Is a really wonderful thing to be reminded of, so I will be taking that away.
Ce qu'elle rapporterait, ce qu'elle retirerait de ce week-end de convention. Annie a d'abord dit tous les snacks qu'il y avait dans leur loge, avant de finir par dire que c'était le fait de vous voir et de revoir certains d'entre eux, et c'était la preuve que avec leur show, elles arrivent à toucher un peu plus de gens et que c'était ça qu'elles retiraient. Natasha a d'abord eu une réponse sérieuse qui est le fait qu'elle puisse rencontrer enfin les fans et que ça devienne plus rien que des noms ou des pseudos sur Twitter, mais de vrais visages auxquels qu'elle peut maintenant mettre sur ses noms. Donc c'est très important pour elle. L'autre chose qu'elle retirait, ce serait le fait qu'elle a eu la diarrhée. Pour Elise, c'est le fait de voir des gens qui sont devenus amis grâce aux conventions. Je trouve que c'est bien parce que les conventions, ça permet de retirer tellement de choses importantes, donc c'est assez cool. Et Kaitlyn, c'était sa première convention. Et il a été très touché par l'accueil, par l'amour, par tout ce que vous lui avez apporté. Et je pense que ça s'est vu. Et donc, je pense que c'est sur cette belle note d'émotion qu'on va finir ce panel. We're going to finish this panel on this very cool question. So if you'd like to just, give it up for our
Je voudrais vraiment vous remercier d'être venus. On espère que notre équipe a réussi à répandre de l'amour.
So we really hope that our team helped you spread the love throughout the weekend.
Oh no.
On voudrait aussi remercier tous les exposants qui étaient présents aujourd'hui.
We would like to thank everybody that had a stand for the weekend.
Notre super équipe, qui sont pas seulement notre équipe, la plupart sont nos amis. Elles nous suivent dans tous nos projets les plus fous. Alors merci de toujours être avec nous les filles, de nous suivre dans nos aventures les plus folles. On est fiers de vous avoir. On est fiers de vous avoir vu, vous. Et cet événement, c'était soyez fiers de vous. On s'en fiche de ce que les autres pensent. Le plus important, c'est d'être qui vous êtes et de vous aimer vous. Ne vous entourez pas de gens négatifs, ça sert à rien. Et répandez de l'amour.
Thank you for being here. Just be proud of who you are and spread the love. That's the most important thing of it all.
Et
in the end.
je vais aussi remercier nos actrices qui étaient vraiment géniales, ainsi qu'Eliott, que nous avons reçu.
Thanks to Elliot.
Vous êtes incroyables.
Elliot, you want to come on stage?
Tu sais pas?
Goodbye? the love, everybody. That's the most important thing. Okay.